To have everyone's attention, I'm going to call the regular meeting of the Kingston City Council to order. I'd like to ask everyone to please stand. Mr. Gwynn will lead us in invocation. Ms. Johnson will lead us in the pledge tonight.
Heavenly Father, God, thank you for such a beautiful day, Father, and all the blessings that you bestow on us. Father, I'd ask you to be with the family of the deputy that was killed in Blount County, such a tragic, unnecessary thing. Father, I ask you to be with this city, this meeting, that we would be governed to where you would be pleased. And we'll give you praise and glory in Jesus Christ's name, I pray.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Madam Clerk, you please call the roll.
Councilmember Bradwell.
Here.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Present.
Councilmember Childs.
Present.
Councilmember Gwynn.
Present.
Councilmember Johnson.
Present.
Councilmember Wright.
Present.
Mayor Neal.
Present. To hear a motion to approve the previous minutes as written. Motion by Mr. Gwynn. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Bradwell. You seen corrections or deletions to the minutes? We're seeing none. Madam Clerk, call the roll on the minutes, please.
Councilmember Bradwell.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Councilmember Childs.
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye. Now we have time set aside for citizens' comments. If anyone's wishing to appear before the council tonight, please step up to the podium, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to talk. Mr. Clark.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I've been here before about the property on North Kentucky Street that used to be a gas station, I think, between the post office and Taco Bell, okay? And I was told that that was being addressed, and it's still a mess. So I would like the city council to consider declaring the lot on North Kentucky Street as the acute public health emergency. On occasion, I go to the post office, I've seen the rats on the property next door, and the rats carry fleas that carry a bacteria that causes bubonic plague. And you think, he's out of his mind. Well, I am most of the time, okay? I'll give you a little history of it. Bubonic plague, or the Black Death, had large boils that were black. People would go to bed healthy, go to sleep, and die before the morning. In the mid-1300s, that's about 1350, 33% of the Europe population died. 20% of the population of England died. Same thing happened in the 1500s. There's been 3 waves of the plague that have killed millions. NATO says that each year between 1,000 and 3,000 cases of the Black Plague occur. LA and Oregon now have documented cases of patients with the Black Plague. It's caused by fleas that have been infected by a bacterium called Yersinia pestis, named after the Professor Yersinia. And pestis is very well self-explanatory. It's transmitted by the rats and cats and dogs and cows and sheep and human to human. So we don't, I don't know whether the rats have it or not, but I do know that they're a primary vector for this bacterium that is deadly. It used to be 60% deadly. Now we have antibiotics that save the majority of the patients that get it. But I think that we can use this as a means to condemn and remove everything there, including the building, to get rid of the nests.
Just to happen you brought this up tonight, as I asked the city manager before I got here, there is some stuff in the works on that building. And if if A doesn't happen, then B, we go to finish doing whatever we were doing before with condemning the property and doing that.
Okay.
So unless you want to go ahead and address it now, or
Yeah, I can. I had this in my report, but there is, as you know, some time back, council did authorize legal action against the property owner. We've been working. There is a prospective buyer on the property. He has made an offer. I just got an update over the weekend on it that the property owner is considering it. He's supposed to have an answer by the end of the week. If he doesn't take the offer, if the property doesn't sell, our plan, we are just now wrapping up the Piney Wood case. We wanted to kind of get one under our belt before we jumped in another one, so that one is next on the list. If we don't have something meaningful by next week, then we're prepared to move forward with that. So we already have plans to address it. So
If those don't work out, can mine be Plan C?
Well, I mean, the second thing when we do will be to condemn the building and get it taken care of.
yeah, we're
Through the
gonna
court system. It just takes a little while to get through the court system.
I understand. You have to follow the law because, everybody loves to sue the government. So y'all have to be extremely careful. But I pass by it, several times a week, and that's the only thing that looks bad. Otherwise, we have a beautiful, beautiful city.
Well, I hope we get it taken care of pretty soon.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to address the council tonight?
Thank you.
I'm Jennifer Brown. I am the Director of Education and Workforce Development for the Rhone Alliance. And last fall, I also facilitate the Tennessee Achieves program for Rhone County. And last fall we had our committee meeting for launching Tennessee Achieves for the 2023-2024 school year. And in that meeting, President Christy Alejandro mentioned a program that Knox County had launched. It was called 70 by 2024. Essentially, they were going to attempt to have their college-going rates up to 70% by the graduating year 2024. And immediately we were like, yes, Rhone County can do that. We have that opportunity. If you look at the graphs there on the very front page, you can see that last year we dipped to an all-time low of 52% of our college-going rate. That's unacceptable. In 2018, we were at 68.1%. Now we all know what 2018 was and what came after that. But we still decided that 70%, while it is a huge goal, we can do it. But in that process, we are also redefining what college going means for Rhone County. We're not just counting a 4-year degree. We're also counting TCATs in that, which they're already counted in the college going rate, but we're also counting apprenticeships because these kids are still going to school, but they're working while they're in school. So on the back, you can see some photos from the launch event that we had on January 31st, held at Rhone State Theater. We had a great panel. Chrissy Alejandro was our moderator, and we had Steve Streifer, the new director for ORNL, Dennis Turpin, Russell Jenkins, and Mayor Glenn Jacobs came from Knox County as well to weigh in on it and their success story. And then, of course, Randy Boyd, the president of the University of Tennessee. I'm coming to you guys today, though, because now starts the hard work. We want to get these kids to college and into apprenticeships and into jobs. To become a supporter, all you have to do is scan this QR code. And when I say supporter, I'm not asking for money, no money, just saying that, yes, you support this initiative. Marketing will be going out into schools in just a month or so, so be looking for more of that. And does anybody have any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to address the council tonight? Seeing none, we'll go on to reports. We'll start with Ms. Johnson. Do you have anything to report?
No, not at this time.
Ms. Wright?
I do not.
Mr. Brown?
No, sir.
Mr. Gwynn? Mr. Childs?
Every time I come in off I-40 at nighttime, I see them lights, I think that looks so good. Considering what we had before, it looks really good.
Now it's time to start going down Kentucky Street.
Do what?
Now it's time to start going down Kentucky Street.
Yeah.
Mr. Breville, do you have anything? I don't have anything either, so I'll turn it over to City Manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things. had a couple people reach out, a couple of you actually reach out to me about an EV charging station grant that was apparently in the paper. There were some questions whether that was something the city had applied for. We did not. That was actually a grant, a little over $1 million granted from the federal government to Tesla. They are proposing to put in I think a 12-port charging station somewhere adjacent to Food City. Actually, I have a meeting with them tomorrow at 11 to go over those plans, and I would assume something will be coming to Planning Commission soon, but looks like a pretty good investment there, and we'll know more about that soon, but that was nothing the city was working on. Speaking of lighting, at Gallagher Road, now that we have 352 done, I know we've had several problems that out at Gallagher Road, the lights, the systems are old, the ballasts are old, they just keep going out. So we've actually, this morning, we went out and installed an LED bulb in one of the fixtures. We're going to test it, see how it looks, and if it looks good, then we're going to start replacing all of those lights at that exit with LEDs. So hopefully that will work out, and that's something that we're trying to do in-house. So we'll have more on that. Also, I've received several complaints. I know the county has. Some of you have as well, probably, about road conditions there at Longville Road at the interstate on the eastbound, between the two eastbound ramps. We've patched this several times. You all have probably seen it. Everything we do is temporary. It tears it right back up. Rather than just pour money in a temporary fix, it needs to be fixed correctly, which would be to go in and concrete it. I've reached out to Senator Yeager and Representative Fritz to see if they could help us in getting TDOT to repair that side like they did the other. If you remember, they did the other side of the interstate a couple years ago. Don't have an answer back on that yet, but we are trying to get that fixed. So may have more to report on that soon, but wanted to pass that on in case you all have gotten any complaints about it, and that's all I have unless you have any questions.
Anyone have any questions for the city manager? Okay, seeing none. Item 7 is addition to the items of the meeting agenda received after the close of the deadline. I did not see any. I'm going to item 8, unfinished business. Consideration of the second and final reading of ordinance 24010901, an ordinance to abolish the beautification committee. To hear a motion for the second reading. Motion by Mr. Gwynn. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Wright. Mr. Gwynn.
No.
Anything? Ms. Wright, anything? Council? Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Councilmember Childs.
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
Now, the new business. Item A is consideration to formally accept the annual comprehensive financial report for the year ending June 30th, 2023. To hear a motion to approve the audit report.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Wright. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gwynn. Ms. Wright, any comments?
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Gwynn, anything? Council? Madam Clerk, call the roll on the comprehensive financial report.
Councilmember Bradwell.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Councilmember Childs.
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
Item B is consideration to authorize the city attorney to execute a settlement agreement and consent decree regarding 1100, 1101, 1103, 1104, and 1105 on Pineywood Road. Do you hear a motion to authorize this settlement
Make the
agreement?
motion.
Motion by Mr. Childs. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Mr. Bradwell. Mr. Childs. Mr. Bradwell, anything? Council? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Bradwell.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown.
Yes.
Councilmember Childs.
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn.
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson.
Yes.
Councilmember Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
Item C is consideration to approve an allocation of $5,000 to the
Go for it.
Celebration Ad Hoc Committee. I'm like Tony, I can't get rid of that word either. Quasi bicentennial, I don't know what it is. To hear a motion for that, please.
I'll make the I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Gwynn, second by Ms. Wright. Mr. Gwynn, do you have anything?
No.
Ms. Wright?
I do not.
Council? Mr. Brown, as chairman of the Ad Hoc Committee, will you have anything
Just that, you know, we're at the point now where we've got to order things and put deposits down, and we may give part of it back. We may come back and ask for more, but that's just a point to start. Thank you.
I think we might be back for more. Madam Clerk, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye. Item D is consideration to authorize the Celebration Ad Hoc Committee to solicit and accept donations and sponsorships relating to the 225th anniversary celebration events.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Wright, second by Mr. Gwynn. Ms. Wright, anything?
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Gwynn?
Nothing, sir.
Council? Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
Item E is consideration to approve celebrating the past while forging the future as the official theme for the City of Kingston's anniversary. Do I hear a motion to accept that?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Wright, second by Mr. Bradwell. Ms. Wright, anything?
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Bradwell? Anything from council? Okay. Madam Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Bradwell,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Brown,
Yes.
Councilmember Childs,
Yes.
Councilmember Gwynn,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Wright,
Yes.
Mayor Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
That being the end of the agenda, this meeting is adjourned. Now we'll go straight into the regular meeting of the Kingston Beer Board. Madam Clerk, will you call the roll for the Beer Board?
Member Bradwell, Vice Chair Brown,
Present.
Member Childs,
Present.
Member Gwynn,
Present.
Member Johnson,
Present.
Member Wright,
Present.
Chairman Neal.
Present. To hear a motion to approve the previous minutes as written.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Ms. Wright. I didn't see any corrections or deletions of those, so Madam Clerk, call the roll, please, on the minutes.
Member Bradwell,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brown,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Gwynn,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
And with no business to come before the Beer Board tonight, that meeting is adjourned. Now we'll go into the regular meeting of the Kingston Water Board. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Member Bradwell,
Here.
Vice Chair Brown,
Present.
Member Childs,
Present.
Member Gwynn,
Present.
Member Johnson,
Present.
Member Wright,
Present.
Chairman Neal.
Present. To hear a motion to approve the previous minutes as written.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Wright, second by Mr. Childs. Is there any corrections or deletions to the minutes?
Not that I can see, sir.
Mr. Childs, you see
No.
anything? Madam Clerk, call the roll on the previous minutes, please.
Member Bradwell,
Yes.
Vice Chair Brown,
Yes.
Member Childs,
Yes.
Member Gwynn,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
Member Wright,
Yes.
Chairman Neal.
Aye.
7 ayes.
Now we have time set aside for citizens' comment. Anyone would wish to address the Water Board tonight? Seeing none, we'll go on to the Utility Director's report. Mr. Bowling, I'll start with you and then go to Mr. Hamilton.
I don't have anything. I'll yield to the utility director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple things tonight. Just want to let y'all know we are accepting applications. One of our employees in the distribution department is going to be leaving us effective March 1st. He's decided to follow missionary work overseas, so we real sorry about losing him, but glad that he's following his heart and following the calling of the Lord. The only other thing I got tonight is as y'all know, we've been cleaning and cammering some sewer lines. We've got about 18,000 feet done up to date as of yesterday. So hopefully we'll be wrapping that up this week and being done with it, and then we'll move on to the next stage. That's all I have, unless y'all have any questions for me.
Yeah, I've got, just one just come to my mind was, the cuts in the roads that we've had to fix water breaks. So how long do we have to let those settle before? I know it's still winter to do a good patch.
We're ready to proceed at any time to start doing those. Just trying to get those plants open to where, we can get it.
Okay.
Temperatures is low. It's some days they ain't going to open until 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I'm just trying to get it to where we can get it early in the morning and get rolling. But it is on the agenda to get done. We're just waiting.
Yeah,
to
I knew
get
it
that.
would be.
Yeah, and believe me, we got plenty. I've got a board full. It and yards too. So
Right. Are there any other questions for the utility director tonight?
No, just take the C and go. He's a good young
yeah, he really is. He's a good one. But like I say, I hated to get the news, but he's been wanting to do this for a long time. So you know, I'm in a way, I guess, to say I'm glad. Hate to see him go, but I'm glad to see that he, like I said, following his heart and following the Lord's plan for him.
Been a good work.
He is. That's exactly right.
Anything else tonight from the water board? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.